So in the video today, Natasha, what would you give advice to new vegans, people want to try a vegan lifestyle?
Yeah, so my number one tip is never restrict carbohydrates. Never restrict your carb or sugar intake, and realize you need more than what you think. And a vegan diet is usually lower calorie density, so you really have to keep on top of your hunger by having snacks and foods on hand that you enjoy. Otherwise, you will be craving meat, dairy, and eggs, just the sort of foods that you grew up with, the foods that your body is used to in times of hunger. So it's totally normal to have those cravings. You just have to identify and realize why you're having them. And then you don't need to eat that food because you just have your vegan alternatives. But always carb up. That's number one.
Why are carbs so important? There's so much anti-carb in the media, the mainstream media, alternative media. Carbs are bad. Don't eat rice. Don't eat sugar. Don't eat fruit. Why are carbs so important?
Carbs are so important because every cell in your body runs on sugar. Your brain exclusively runs on sugar. We need carbs, period. Full stop. End of. And you need carbs to keep satisfied, to keep lean, to keep slim, to keep energized, for your brain to function, to sleep properly, to keep your hormones happy, everything. You need carbs.
Damn, you're on point.
So that's
everything you say makes sense.
Yeah, so that's
logical.
Number one. And then number two is don't take it personally. Don't take people's hate towards you personally. You know, people will be condescending towards you. They'll be like, oh, vegan this. They'll diss it. They'll put it down. Never take it personally. Just keep calm, keep chill, keep it lighthearted, and just laugh it off. And just think of a joke and chuck that in there. So, you know, don't fire up and don't argue back, because then, you know, that puts an image on you for that person to then go and talk shit to others and say, oh yeah, I told them this and they got mad and they arced up and we had a fight. And, you know, a lot of people are just looking for drama. It's what they get off on. But yeah, don't take it personally. Just keep it calm and just say to them, oh, you know, have you tried it for yourself? You should do an experiment. Do this for a week or two. See what happens.
Do the experiment.
So just suggest that.
Definitely. I've done a lot of dietary experiments in my life, and that's why I can speak with such conviction promoting vegan and definitely carbs. As Natasha said, carbs are the foundation, the most important. Regardless of what diet you follow, what you believe in, carbs are always king and queen. You know, the more carbs you eat, the healthier you become and the leaner. I mean, look at our leanness. Yeah. You know? Because
the more carbs you eat, the less fat and protein you eat. Fat and protein are anabolic. And remember that fat is 9 calories per gram and carbs are only 4 calories per gram. So remember that when you're coming from a fatty standard American or standard Aussie diet. Now that you are on a vegan diet, it's lower calorie density. So you really have to focus on carbing up so you don't flounder around and you don't fall into previous dietary habits. Because, you know, as soon as you get really, really hungry, you will be craving, you know, burgers and chicken schnitzels and just stuff that what you've been eating for your whole life.
True that.
So there is an adjustment period for your taste buds and your cravings to adjust, and they will eventually.
They definitely will. And also the bacteria in your gut.
Yeah,
when you stop putting animal products in there, the gut flora changes for the better.
It changes, yep, it changes.
Yeah. I noticed that hugely. Hugely. Better digestion for the win. Anyway, that's a quick video.
Absolutely.
Great tips, Natasha. If you're into weight loss, nothing beats vegan lifestyle. And
high
what
carb,
we recommend.
High carb, low fat vegan. Yeah. No keto vegan, no fucking Whole Foods plant-based.
Keto vegan or Whole Foods plant-based vegan is like 3, 2, 1 to like, I used to be a vegan and the vegan doesn't work.
Yeah, that's it.
I got really weak.
Every time you hear that, you can guarantee they have restricted their calories. Yeah. They have restricted their carbs 100% of the time. They have eating disorders and they just jump from one trend to the next, you know, trend. They jump from one diet to the next. So they go from vegan to carnivore to keto to fucking 5-2 to paleo, just, yeah.
R.I.P. Michael Mosley.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right. My little bit, I was adding as well. I train, advise, coach The coaches to Tour de France winners, riders, etc. UFC fighters I advise, some of the world's fastest runners, etc. I advise. And all these people, what they all have in common is nutritionally, their diet is mostly refined carbohydrate. And these people have insane energy, like off the charts. All right, so if you want off the charts energy, make your diet mostly refined carbohydrate, sugar, white rice, white flour, like corn flour, fruit juice, fruit smoothies.
Fruit of all types.
Dried fruit.
Fresh, frozen, dried,
Blended, canned, you know, yeah. And that is because those easily assimilate carbohydrates give you the energy, and the energy fuels your lifestyle, whatever you're doing, you know. It's so important. When people cut carbohydrate, then they really cut their productivity. If you can't be productive, your life quality is down the gurgler. You start gaining weight, you start reaching for fatty, protein-rich food, you start just smacking on the pounds. Now, conversely, if you're very lean, you can obviously eat more fat and protein, but if you're trying to lose weight, the fat and protein is going to be a anabolic prevention strategy there. So I've got these people out there eating like rugby players, and they want to look like a ballerina. I'm just like, hang on, you look like a female rugby player, which is fine. You don't want to look like that, do you? Okay, you want to look like a ballerina, then eat like the ballerinas that I coach. High carb, refined sugars, low fat, low protein, and